Hello, Great Hearts Texas families, faculty, and staff. My name is Curtis Endorf, and I'm honored to serve as your interim superintendent. I'm here with Headmaster Finn at Great Hearts Irving Lower School to continue our conversation and journey in championing our great-hearted Texas leaders. Headmaster Finn, tell us a little bit about your journey to Great Hearts and your wonderful Great Hearts Irving Lower School community.
Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Endorf. I am very happy to share about Great Hearts Irving Lower School. My journey began with Great Hearts in Arizona, opening and founding the school Archway Scottsdale. And after 5 years there, I moved to Texas and helped found this school in 2015. Since then, I have moved into the headmaster position for now 5 years. And there is nowhere else I would rather be than with the people that are part of my leadership team and the teachers and students and families that are comprising Great Hearts Irving Lower School. Our lower school is kindergarten through 5th grade, and we have just under 800 children in the building.
Amazing. That's amazing. I know Singapore and math is really close to your heart. And as we think about our mission and model, how does Singapore math align with a classical education? Like, what are the elements of it that just resonate within our school community?
So our mission is about cultivating the hearts and minds of our students. And when we are talking about Singapore and mathematics, we are not just helping the children to learn what is the academic or the core to each of those programs. It's more. It's helping the children recognize in mathematics, our world is orderly. And from that, they can not just learn an algorithm. They're learning something much deeper. They're learning about why something is happening. They're learning how that is applied to something greater than just a single individual problem. With the Spalding program, it's again very similar to the mathematics program where it's concrete, and that's what we build upon. We start with phonograms, we move into connecting them to becoming words, and then finally that abstract, taking it to writing a sentence, a paragraph, a story. And both of these are helping children to learn there's something greater than just an individual problem to solve.
Yeah. When we think about the mission statement, truth, goodness, and beauty in math, kids learn very concretely, this is true. 1 is 1, 2 is 2. Let's count these things, right? We go from concrete to pictorial to abstract in that educational journey. And there's beauty in math as well. When we think about our mission, cultivating the hearts and minds of students in pursuit of truth, goodness, beauty, what part of that most resonates with you and your Irving Lower School community?
So our mission, when we're talking about the hearts and the minds of a child, we're talking about the whole child. We're not just focused on one aspect. We're focused on every part of that child. And we want to have a rigorous curriculum, but we also want to ensure that we're meeting their needs to grow them into a virtuous human person. At the Great Hearts Irving Lower School, we actually have discussed all of our grades, including our special services, as a garden of virtues. And it begins in kindergarten when a young child might be entering the school for the first experience of a structured school. And in kindergarten, it takes courage to come to school, to say goodbye to their mom or dad in a car, and to enter an unknown space with unknown teachers and learn to be friends with others and to work on their academics. It moves into 1st grade with obedience, 2nd grade with friendship, and all of our literature adds to what these virtues are about.
Yes.
Third grade is responsibility. Fourth grade, we really focus daily on perseverance. Fifth grade, our oldest students in the building are models to the younger children, our prefects. We want them to have integrity.
Yes.
And in our special services and our specials, we have what we want as citizenship, because they see all of the students in our building. We want the children to understand that there's academics and there are virtues, and they are intertwined.
That's right. And I love how you said that it's not just about academic learning, it's about becoming virtuous human beings. That's a really distinct part of what it means to be a classical school. And I imagine when parents come and you're taking them on tours, you're explaining about Great Hearts Irving Lower School, they ask, well, what is a classical school? How do you describe that to a new parent or family?
So we're very fortunate at Great Hearts Irving Lower School. Thank you to all of our parents in the community that come from the University of Dallas. It is just down the street, and we have a wonderful relationship with them. The majority of my teachers have come from that university, which is a classical university.
Yes.
And so we have less difficulty explaining to our community what classical means. But for the families that are unsure, we talk about classical meaning we're going to teach our curriculum based in the Western tradition and read from not the great books, because a kindergarten child really does not understand Aristotle, but we'll read from the good books.
Mm-hmm.
We'll read good literature in their hands with very little technology. And in addition to all of the elements of the academics, we help the families to understand we're helping the whole child. We want them to grow academically. We want them to grow in their character so that they become a person of a good heart. We want the children to grow into being good people, great-hearted. We want them to be able to ponder and think and problem solve and do great things.
Yeah. What is one of your favorite aspects of our curriculum?
There's so many. Our curriculum is amazing. I believe one of the things that distinguishes us in our curriculum is our attention to great literature, and starting with kindergarten, where they explore Little Bear, our endearing little kindergarten children. They can have a Socratic conversation about why Little Bear needs to wear a coat in wintertime. And that moves into our upper grades, where we're teaching our older students how to have literary circles and Socratic conversations, and to delve deeply into the characters, what is happening in the stories, and why things are happening, not just literary elements, but the virtues that are being displayed or not displayed. And we're teaching the children how to have conversation. If they don't agree, they disagree with respect towards one another, and learning how to carry on a conversation that sometimes is student driven, and that will lead them well as they enter the upper school and move into humane letters.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And this conversation that kids start in kindergarten is not novel to Great Hearts. We are partaking in a tradition. We are partaking in the great conversation that has stretched back millennia. And that is where Great Hearts draws its aspiration and inspiration in so many ways. Headmaster Finn, we've talked about our mission. We've talked about our model. Let's talk a little bit about culture. What does it feel like to be in our building? What kind of traditions and practices do we put in place? Do you put in place here to bring the classical model to life in its culture?
Culture is the key to a school.
Mm-hmm.
Culture is what drives our teachers, our students, and our families. When we have summer training, we help the teachers with the best practices. We help them with what will provide a beautiful environment. It's not classroom management, it's joyful order. How do we do that? We're very intentional in helping the teachers, supporting the teachers, mentoring and coaching them throughout the year. Then we help the parents. We partner. We cannot do this without them. These are their children. When they enter our school as students, we're helping them to learn their academics, to do this in a way that they feel it's their place. And when you enter our building, you enter a space with not so much as seeing what's happening, but feeling the calm, the peace, the joy. And in all of our classrooms, our teachers are dedicated and devoted and are striving to do that consistently through all classrooms and all grade levels.
Student learning, student achievement matters a lot. And many schools focus the purpose of their education on student achievement. Here at Great Hearts, we think broader than that. You spoke earlier about the purpose of our school is to create virtuous human beings. We often talk about human formation, student formation. What does that mean at Great Hearts Irving?
So in student formation, we're helping the child become a good person. That starts with when they enter the building, how they're greeted by all of the teachers, how they're interacting with their other friends in the building, how we're helping our fifth graders be prefects and grow virtuously by being role models in the school, helping with morning announcements, helping with raising and lowering the flags daily. The formation of a child is not based on what grade did they obtain. The focus is not on the grade. A grade is merely a communication to an adult parent so that they understand if the child is achieving or struggling. A grade is only communication. The focus on all of our students is helping them to learn. And our teachers are so dedicated and devoted to this mission. They work with students before school, after school, during school, and the lower school model of having 2 teachers in each room allows us an even greater benefit so that we can work with children in small groups or one-on-one independently while the second teacher is working with the other students.
Well, Great Hearts Irving is such an amazing community, and the lower school you're leading here is an exceptional place. Great Hearts Texas families, faculty, and staff, thank you for joining me and Headmaster Finn in understanding the Great Hearts Irving Lower School mission, model, and culture, and how that work comes together here in this beautiful place. Join us next week as we continue to champion our great-hearted Texas leaders. Thank you.